Hi Aries, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot, and I'm here to give you your second proofread for the month of July. It's been a wild ride for this Mercury retrograde, the Venus retrograde, which was like several weeks back. It started, right? And now we're out of that. We're out of the Mercury retrograde. We're still in the retrograde season. We're post-eclipse. So that's great. We're sort of past that energy. It may have been a little bit heavy. There might have been some things that were, uncertain. And there may have been some things that you had to deal with or cope with emotionally. And also healing from some things from the past, right? It's kind of like you had to go through all of those experiences so that you could learn a thing or two, right? You're a little bit wiser now. You have a little bit more thought put into things, Also, this is kind of like the lasting effects that things have had on you, okay? Your foundational energy might be changing, and that might be sort of, conflicting for you in some kind of way. And it's kind of like you are feeling a little bit out of place sometimes, somewhere, somehow. You're feeling a little out of place. And it's almost kind of like you are reasserting your goals, or you're just reassessing some things too for yourself. What matters to you emotionally, and also what matters to you physically, practically, It's kind of like, I am looking at what I have to offer. I am looking at what I am made of. I am looking at my strengths. I'm also trying to be conscious of my weaknesses, and maybe try to understand how my weaknesses may have affected my long-term goals, right? In some kind of way, shape, or form. And then also those things that we are attached to, because the moon does have an attachment to things, and so does the King of Pentacles, right? Because this is Taurus ruled by Venus, right? And it's also related to the Four of Pentacles, which is Sun and Capricorn. So what are you creating of lasting quality? That's what you're thinking of. What am I creating of lasting quality? And then you're also thinking of equality. So we're thinking of fairness as well, but fairness in terms of the material things. Your cards just fell out. I didn't even get to do 3 stacks for you, so I'm just calling it as I see it. But the moon is also talking about learning and growing, okay? And, having to be able to see the other side of a situation, you've got to see yourself to the other side of a situation, right? It's almost coming full circle as well with this moon being here. We just had a new moon in Cancer. It was the second new moon in Cancer. Aries, Cancer is your 4th house of home and family, naturally in the zodiac. But it's also talking about some fears, and it's also talking about the end of life, right? So you're really pondering that type of thing, and you might be thinking about, like, what is it going to be like towards the end of my life? Will I have satisfied certain goals? Will there have been certain things that I feel like I have, like, healed from, and it's kind of like we need to focus on our goals. So because our goals and feeling like we have a sense of purpose is actually going to help us heal from our past, or it's going to help us heal from even things in our present, and it is not just about the ego of wanting to achieve and be successful, and also the ego needing to be stroked or anything like that. It's kind of like you also have to nurture yourself. You have to be your own mentor as well. You have to own up to the fact that you desire to have your needs met and you want your wishes fulfilled, okay? You have the 5 of Swords here, which is talking about conflict within the communicative process with friends or family, right? This could be friends and family, friends of the family. This could be marriages or relationships that really matter to you could be changing. You're really having to process the conflict of interest here, right? And what might be holding you back from really being free of something. And it's kind of like it's just by association, right? I'm getting guilty by association. And you feel like because of who you are associated with, it might cause you to think differently of yourself, or it actually might cause others to think differently of you, or something like that. I'm getting you need to change habits or something like that. The habits need to change, Aries. Okay, whatever that is for you. Okay, and it's not like a water habit, it's not like an earth habit, it's like a mental habit, psychological thing, right? We got that sun in Scorpio that I was talking about, the Four of Pentacles here, right? You're focused on, you know, what you want and what you desire and what you need. It's structure, okay? What is necessary here, you know? And where are you putting your efforts? You know, where are your efforts going? What are you accumulating? Are you accumulating anything that is going to be a lasting result and quality, right? You're forging something, you're building something. You're also trying to connect the dots in order to see something that's in the bigger picture, right? And this is kind of like you are focused on success and you want to get a lot of things done, and you also don't want to let anyone get in your way. So you might even have to create some healthy boundaries with you and someone else in terms of money or in terms of material things, right? Or something, someone has control of something, or someone feels like they need to get control of something. Okay, this is the Ten of Cups, which is talking about travel, it's talking about movement, and it's also putting the aggression and the assertion into the search for something better, for something greater. This is a great desire and a will to achieve emotional satisfaction at all costs. And you know what I mean? It's Pisces, so it's saying that in Vedic astrology, Mars is in Pisces right now. So what you would think is that, you know, I want to go after my dreams and my wishes. This is after the Nine of Cups, right? So this is kind of like, yes, I got it, I achieved it. This is kind of like something closing out so that something else can happen. It's like something's opening up, skin's crawling right now, just because of the things that you are sort of like going in your head. I can do this, I can do that. Whatever it was that you wanted to do, whatever it was that you felt like you could do, this is saying that you can do it. You just have to go for it. You have to make the grade, right? I'm getting that you make the grade or something. So if you guys are searching for some sort of artistic endeavor or your artistic efforts, if you're trying to be seen, because this is Mars and Pisces, it's talking about imaginative things, it's talking about creativity, it's talking about lenses. So some of you might be on camera in some kind of way, behind the veil, behind the scenes, you know, a day in the life, that type of thing. Right, I just feel like you are just going to be experiencing some sort of like glamorization of your life, and it's going to make you feel abundantly you know, full of like love and full of life, whatever that is. Also, some of you could just be taking a very, very compassionate view of the past. There could be some forgiveness that might be happening with some people, or there could even be some proposals here for some of you who aren't married, who might be getting engaged or something like that. That's funny because my sister is an Aries rising and she just got engaged. And this is the Sun in Scorpio, which is a Six of Cups. This is talking about the beauty of intimate love, of deep love, of being able to share your deepest concerns with someone, and also being able to share your deepest concerns with yourself, being able to bring focus on exploring what your deepest concerns are, right? And also a compassionate, forgiving look at the past, forgiving yourself. You know, you are not your mistakes, right? You learn from your mistakes. This is the Six of Cups, and it talks about learning from mistakes. It talks about a clearing, a cleansing of energy, and it also is talking about the reciprocity. It's kind of like, I understand, I get it, you know, I feel some kind of way, but it's kind of like you've got to forgive yourself. You can't put too much focus into trying to change something that already has been, you know, even if it's some things that you weren't able to achieve in the past, you've got to look forward into the future and try to achieve something different, something new. It's a six, so it's related to the Lovers, which is Mercury, and Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, which squares Scorpio. So sometimes you just have to think outside of the box, which is conflicting with you, right? Because it's almost kind of like it makes you uncomfortable emotionally, because it's taking you outside of your comfort zone. But it's okay, because the comfort zone that you created in your imagination didn't necessarily happen. So now it's time to move forward. Thank you, Aries. Email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram.